days since we set by to the others in Nasha Town. Still no news about Rerir, though. If only he was gone for good.
Hello! You must be the traveler in Paimon? Mr. Flynn's has been looking for you. Unfortunately, there's...
The Wild Hunt? Oh, uh-oh. Come on, let's go!
I can barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This whole area feels...
Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable.
He's not seriously still getting...
Everyone's here already. Hey, we made it.
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rerir to strike again, but it's like he just vanished into thin air. That is, until this morning, when a ratnik found some...
And we're sure that
Who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like this.
Kuvaki loss has reached critical levels. Reiki of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon, he will...
Traveler, there wasn't a shred of sanity left.
Yeah, didn't he shout out a bunch of names? Oh, Paimon gets chills just thinking.
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage.
Yeah, if I were him and I wanted more Kuvaki. Unless something went wrong.
The other thing is, how does someone who's completely lost their mind...
Beats me.
According to certain medical studies, insanity does not always entail a complete...
That actually sounds about right.
There are many unanswered questions here, besides his name and type.
Exactly. And we wouldn't even know where to begin looking. I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in Nodcry, we still wouldn't find more than, like, 3 use...
So, if we do nothing... Last time we had Marionette and her big robo-buddy to help us.
Well, I do have a little hunch about his next move. Somewhere like the Eye of Krati, or the Pillar of Embla.
A perfectly reasonable hypothesis.
I agree, we should split up. Right now, Rerir's...
Wait, why Hisi Island?
If I recall correctly, your largest goddess statue was carved from Kuvaki-rich ore, was it not?
That's right. Yes, it could well be a potential...
Splitting up's always gonna be risky. But...
And if we do run into Rerir?
That's when you follow the third rule of treasure hunting. Run.
Agreed. If anyone finds...
All right, we'd better get moving. Come on, Inefa, let's go.
Any leads?
Nope. Diddly squat. No clues to where he might be hiding. It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. Oh, I hate this feeling.
So, you guys didn't find anything either?
Not loving the word either. How about you, Flint's?
I questioned a few Ratniki and eventually narrowed my investigation down to one suspicious individual, almost as if he knew someone was on to him. Either that or...
He's been biding his time for a...
No idea. Since regaining his body, he seems to have lost all interest in the fragment in my possession.
All we can do now is hope that I know and Anefa... Wait, he's actually here? I didn't mean it! I swear...
No, it's coming from Silver Moon Hall. The late Kutar might be in danger.
Let's get over there, quick! Why is he attacking the damsel elect? What's going on?
No time for questions. Stop him!
This is insane.
Yehuda, get Kutar out of here!
On it.
Look where your feeble light has gotten you. Now you shall plunge into darkness. Felindus, soon I will find a way.
Watch out!
Find them, even if it means turning this place to ashes.
That was too close!
We barely made it out of there alive. What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy strong?
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by conventional standards.
I have a question. When me and Anefa showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead. What was that all about? We weren't there for the whole thing either. They were already...
Yeah, we didn't see how it all started.
Kutar, can you shed any light on the situation?
Kutar. Cross-checking database.
Wait, she's the moon goddess?
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon, and just as many why they might despise it. I've never met that person before. Why he holds me in such contempt, I cannot say.
Kutar.
There are many potential motives. For instance, you help the traveler escape his grasp. It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you. But right now, devising a counter-strategy should be our number...
A counter-strategy? We don't stand a chance against an enemy. Surely our only No, I can't say that.
Running is our only option.
Huh?
You seem surprised.
Well, I mean, yeah.
It's not too late. I can distract him, so you have plenty of time to make.
Wait, what? You're gonna act as bait?
Doesn't that make sense? A coyote doesn't stop for bypassers while it's howling at the moon. What is it, Loma? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their.
We can't just roll over and let him get away with this. That's...
Yeah. We can't just call it quits after. Besides, she pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive myself.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now.
Rivers' true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar, there's no guarantee he would stop.
But
Kutar, I know why you left the Frost Moon Scions so long ago. They would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept. If it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change everything. After much reflection, I've realized that this was never about any relationship based on need. You were born here.
Thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. I'm afraid. Very well then.
Both times you saved us, we were transported across great
It is. But I find it very draining. I've been rejected by the world. My power is dwindling.
What do you mean, rejected by the world?
The 3 moons belong to the ancient bygone era, in which they came into being. The 3 moons are not one and the same. As the goddess of the yet moonlight has a way of blending together. Each can reflect the other's glow. So on our fingers, but this method of recovery is...
It's the Wild Hunt!
Even faster than we expected.
See how those Wild Hunt creatures are running away from us. They're likely just a scouting party.
Then what are we waiting for?
Receive my blessing.
Lash attack! Chew on this! Oh, they just keep coming! This is driving me nuts!
Raria's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
There's too many of them! And this time, we can't fall back on Kutar's house to escape! This goes on much longer.
Ding-dong water bomb! Chew on this!
Preparing for dust up. Cleanup sequence initiated.
Be silent. Observe. Feel the dark. To dust. Be silent.
Look! The rainbow!
Annihilation mode. Installation chamber deployed.
Close your eyes. Be silent. Night falls. Observe. Feel the dark.
Lash attack!
Cleanup sequence initiated. Preparing for dust up.
Close your eyes. Be silent. To dust. Observe. Feel the dark. Close your eyes. Feel the dark. Be silent.
What's the matter? Bit off.
Uncle Varka! You're back from Amspartnir? Whoa! You're Varka? Grand Master of the Night?
We
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get...
Oh, is that...
That's the one. Come on, move! There's no time...
Wow! Where are we? This is so well hidden.
Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Not, aka the Black Market of Intel. As an expeditionary force on foreign soil. Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nodcry should be pretty familiar with me by now. But I believe this is the first time we've met. Allow me to introduce myself. I am...
We've heard all about you. You look way younger than...
Well, I'm no spring definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though.
Another? You mean?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop him. I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the wild...
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing...
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't...
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating...
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what...
That's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. Oh, that's a lot to take in.
I'm truly sorry. You stood with us against the Wild Hunt, and
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still... And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say I'm surprised. But now that a new variable has come into play...
A new variable?
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might... That said, while I know is explaining everything just now...
You mean about our mystery ally?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key I don't know who or what could pull something like that off.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log. A nod...
Oh,
Another dead end. Still, it's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds like his scheming But is it even possible that he works... The Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari, in Nodcry of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So...
Right now, we've got at least... First, we need to figure out how to take down Rarity. To my knowledge, the bulk of Nodcry's fighting force is already gathered here.
what if there was a way to tap into a new power?
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
3 moons once watched over this world. They say that back then, I now bear the Frost Moon's power, and the Eternal Moon's marrow resides within the Traveler.
hold on. Are you suggesting?
The iridescent moon. The last...
That's right. If we can find the iridescent...
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and...
According to my analysis, the solution is feasible.
I know a way, but... we will need to visit the Fatui's Experimental Design Bureau.
The experimental
Yes. I must speak with Sandrone.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted. You shouldn't go alone.
Then that's settled. Next up, our second priority. As you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his Wild Hunt form, people's obsessions often reveal their greatest The Wild Hunt has plagued Nodcry for centuries now. If we want...
It's true. We still know very... If Kutar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't...
But where would we even start? I doubt even the Intel Queen of Nodcry...
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly meticulous.
Ah! She hurt me!
here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal. But it looks like this...
Since his failed ambush, I've been racking... We can't do this without the curatorium. But I knew it'd be...
Wait a sec. How did you even hear about this place? Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting?
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nodcry without my help? Besides, I'm the...
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network.
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Well, this certainly qualifies.
So you're just going to sit...
Why should I get involved?
What if we told you?
Oh? Then
I can't put a price on something like this. If you insist on compensation...
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a Moonchanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to...
Boss, just a thought. If things got really dangerous during the fight with Rerir, if this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be leyline if there's any way...
This is why I'm always telling you never accept favor. You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well, Yehoda, I will help. But Flins, that fragment that Rerir was after, do you...
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need it to follow up on some leads.
Wait, you actually have some leads?
Shh. This is top secret in...
I get it. We all have things we'd rather... And that brings me to the third and final item. I'm in for this part.
Count me in.
Come off it, you two. Quit playing heroes. I'm way ahead of you here. Nefa did a scan of the Moon Goddess's Kuvaki signature, and we're gonna use it to make some decoys once they're ready. We'll deploy the decoys across Nodcry, so as long as the rest of you keep moving, he won't catch on to your scent and won't...
I like it.
No biggie.
All right, then. We'll split... Once your team has finished their mission, we're...
Lady Damselette. Wait. We've been doing our best to mind our own...
We're not looking for any trouble.
Do I need to remind you that, out of consideration for our...
Let them in.
But...
Are you going to make me repeat that?
No, my lady.
Sandrone seems to be in a good mood.
So tell me, actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear...
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time and whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past.
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What?
Huh? You mean the knave?
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino. Is she in Nodcry?
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nodcry are me and...
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him, I must first retrieve the lost moon. Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was this close to...
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me,
I bet you served them the worst.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? First Rosaline, now you? I'm running out of people who can make me laugh.
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me.
Well, duh. Why else? Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around, too. But... well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Polonia! Have Febronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me.
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 moons.
Excuse me? Who said you were on back when you were under the Tsaritsas?
But that protection didn't come for free. I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambitions. It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries...
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a reason to stay as I... The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection? But that was it. I get why you left. And frankly, I have no interest in dragging you back just... But if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we might be enemies. That might be your plan. But it sounds... Huh? What do you mean? See for yourselves.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt.
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area. I'll handle this. Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself? You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. Go on, get out of here. You may have stopped Polonia from crushing him last time, but... Stay and watch if you want. But it'll be at your own risk. Don't tell me what to do! Stare all you want, Columbina.
I know.
This is exactly why you should... Come on then, Mr. Right here. Let's pick up where we left off. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creations.
keep searching. She cannot have...
So this is your method for investigating
Good deduction.
Whoa! First time I've ever... Oh, I guess this must be Sumero
I'm not sure exactly what you've got planned.
Whenever we wish. But for some reason, I've got a feeling this isn't going to end well. I've never faced Rerir myself. I, on the other hand, am just an
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary.
Once I take a job, there's no backing out. Still, and also how to make sure death is the one thing we can take for granted.
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death.
For once, I agree with you. Is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary. I've already made up my mind. Time to cash in a precious favor I've been saving for a rainy day.
Find who?
That shady merchant who sold you an overpriced treasure compass.
Come on, boss. You're pulling my leg again. Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Hey.
What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee. See, look how easygoing she is.
Dori Sangama Bay? I never would have pictured you two doing...
If you want to make it big in Notcry, it was back when I first arrived in Notcry. My trusty assistant, the genie in my lamp, and wouldn't you know it, I've been giving her a 30% plus any other friends you send my way will enjoy 10% off. What can I say? The great Lord Sangama Bay. So, let me guess.
You guessed correctly.
The one type of gear I've never been... At the very least, I need to know what kind...
What if I told you it's someone with the power to bring a nation to its knees?
Is that so? Then we really are talking...
You're...
A powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but luckily for you, I hear if you're willing to wait, I can ask...
Then, let me put it another way.
Of course not. I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No, this is for...
Let's just say I'm borrowing it. Favors are the worst kind of debt.
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 Mora. Deal?
Deal.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all. Take care now.
See you later!
Excellent. Everything is well, and after initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever So remember, don't be frightened, and don't make a sound. Now then, let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's past. I made it. I don't recognize this style of architecture. Simple furnishings, table. Looks like the fearsome Raker of Zolnari came from some... Unless this passed for luxury in Conria. Anyway.
Hi, Reverie. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'll test it out. And if it's as good as everyone... P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home. A few teacups...
They didn't sign their name.
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a fine collection. Joseph asked why I came alone, but I didn't really have an answer. But if he invites me again...
The Lindis. That's the same name.
Grain imports keep falling. If things don't pick up, we'll soon be back to meat and mushrooms only. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that new type of mushroom everyone's been into lately. I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy.
Grain has to be imported, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and that would explain why they use so much stone in their buildings. They even use alchemically modified strains for food.
I've just about saved up enough now.
Making a big purchase. He really is a professional. No wonder he's so good at... Despite what he's become... Did Rary rip it out himself?
Before I met you, the burial place of a fallen... It was you who helped me see that...
This is just trivial sentiment. The burial place of a
Reverie, over here.
Dane! Oh, and, Vedaflin here?
Hello there, Reverie. You need not address me so formally outside of court.
He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink. Even the court
Well, So, what are we discussing today?
Hey, don't look at me.
Come on, don't give us that. Didn't you say you...
Who'd have thought the great Twilight Sword was an even great...
I just didn't expect you to be the first one to settle down and get married.
Yeah. If you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed you either.
So, are you planning to come clean about your job then? I'm guessing you still haven't told her.
Sure, I'll have to tell her at some point.
Come on, stop being such a pessimist. For all you know, she could be thrilled. A member of the King's Guard. Quite the cover story.
Of course he does. Anyway, enough about me.
Me? Same old, same old. Nothing much to... Huh? What's up, Ved?
It's nothing.
Vedaflin, Dainslift's elder brother. Renowned throughout the court of Conria as the... And yet, despite the gulf between us, he seems to have some... Does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his brother? Or why did he react so strongly?
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. So this is what perfectly normal. No different from anyone. As frightening as this monster is in the present.
Felindis, you're back early.
Our Our equipment's being serviced today, so I got off earlier than usual. How's your day been? Aw, why the long face? Is something the matter? How's your
Went for a drink with Dane and the others after work.
Isn't that a good thing?
Vedafnir showed up today, too. You know, Daneslif's older brother.
Ah, Mr. Vedafnir. Yes, I've heard of him.
He overheard Daneslif mention that I'd recently proposed, and seemed to have an issue with it. But when I asked what it was, he kept...
So, you're worried? You can be such a child sometimes, Reverie. We're nobodies. Why would the Visionary be concerned about us? I'm sure someone in his position has much bigger fish to fry.
Maybe you're right.
You worry too much, Revier. We've been together for ages now, and everything's been going so well, has it not? You've even proposed to me.
So, you do...
Like I said, I need some time to decide.
All right. Take your time. Nobody's. Sounds about right. Can someone whose gaze is so fixed on a far-flung future even... Meanwhile, every idea they come up with and every decision they make, the opposition tried to speak out. But nothing came of it. A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry a sword, but what becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Thelindis. It's nothing. You were right. Fate has never smiled upon nobodies like us. There's no reason we can't keep living happily together.
See? You just need to stay positive, Revier. I can feel your warmth, your breath. Just seeing you makes me happy in a way I can't explain.
You're right, Thelindis.
That's better. Getting caught up about things like this will only ruin our evening.
You go ahead. I just have a few things to take care of, then I'll come join you.
Even busier than the big shots, huh? Fine, I'll go get started. But don't...
Relax. I'll be... Seriously, though, you drive a hard bargain.
Well, that goes without saying. Besides, they're two completely different things.
All right. White outfit it is.
It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services. By giving... He clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancé to know about his other life. Then... Who'd have thought we were in the same line of work? Let's dig a little deeper.
Our last operation was a resounding success, and all thanks to you.
After all these years since the dynasty's fall.
Indeed, it cannot be denied. Yet it was destiny that the Crimson Moon should... Conria has no further need for a dead moon.
That's not entirely true. Many of its secrets remain unsolved to this day.
You still haven't told her what you really do.
Where would I even start? How do you tell someone that you're one of the king's hand-picked
You didn't choose this life, any more than I did.
But I'll sure as heck be the one to pay for it. Speaking of which, we need to be more rigorous in the way we identify someone, it seems, has strong opinions about my future.
Your concerns are not unfounded. Take care, Rehir of Solnari.
Thanks, Thorkel. You look after... Thelindis, I never wanted to keep this from you. You're the last person I would ever want to lie to. But that's exactly why I can't tell you everything. The moonlit dynasties are a thing of the past. Yet even now, with the sun shining hot, could that be why Vedafnir held back? I have to get a clear answer from him.
Rerir seems to be very concerned by Vedafnir and Daneslif. The vision... I've investigated this whole area. Should I try somewhere else? Wait a second.
he's late after all. Just you wait, Rarier.
Are you waiting for someone, ma'am? Could I tempt?
Oh, sure.
Thank you. But I'm afraid none of them are as pretty as you.
For someone so young, you sure?
I'm only telling the truth. Look me in the eyes. You'll see I'm not lying.
You're...
May we have a word in private?
Who are you? And what do you want?
It doesn't matter who I am. Too many of our kind have fallen lately, so not long ago, the Ray here of Solnari led an assault on one of our strongholds.
Sorry, I don't know why you're telling me this.
Wait, hear me out. This time we finally got his name is Rarier, and he claims to be one of the King's Guard.
What did you say?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're...
Why are you telling me?
Simple. It's because...
How strange. Rarier was nowhere to be seen in that memory. It clearly belonged to the Lindis. Rarier couldn't Why would her memories appear in his fragment? The ceremony won't last much longer.
So that was your doing? Did you just pull us in?
Any more questions, and I'll have to start charging.
I had no idea you could... I gotta admit, though,
I'm just as curious as you are. But the ceremony Luckily, we managed to learn quite a lot.
So far, so good. Especially the group with the Traveler.
If you're worried about them, go see...
If I know Boss, she's gonna need some time to write up all the details and make...
Oh, they've been prowling around for nearly 2 days now. Oh, they might not have seen us yet, but them constantly... Oh, that's never gonna work. If they spot us, they'll run straight back... Oh, guess you're right. Quick, hide! We almost got spotted! Phew! That was a close call.
Sandrone was right. You look weak, Columbina. The old you would never have let such lowly creatures bar your way. Freedom comes at a heavy price, doesn't it?
It's Arlecchino!
Hello again, Columbina.
It's been a while, Arlecchino.
Stupid right here of stupid Solnari. Ugh. He sure doesn't pull his punches.
Excuse me, do you need a...
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Wait a minute. I recognize...
Hello, Miss Sandrone. Father sent us over to help.
Huh. How considerate of her. Hey, Fremine, get over here and help me fix this. Lenny, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from my machines. Nearly every machine that cat girl touches ends up going haywire.
Then let's start downstairs. Fremine, we'll leave this place to you. You've got it.
Wait a second. Pretty sure there's still some tea in the cupboard.
The show begins! Let my name echo! Look! Rainbow!
Close your eyes to dust. Be silent.
There is no escape!
Observe to dust.
Time to shine! May I present?
Shine down!
Whoops!
Close your eyes. Observe. Be silent. Night falls.
Look! Rainbow!
Close your eyes. Be silent. Goodness, how the world has changed. Might I ask, when did the custom of placing treasure...
The show begins! Let my name echo! Ding dong!
Observe. Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark? Be silent. Do you fear the dark? Are you quite finished?
There is no escape!
Look! Rainbow!
Observe. Close your eyes. Night falls.
Illusion shattered!
Close your eyes. Goodness, how the world has changed. Might I ask, when did the custom of placing treasure chests in every nook and cranny come into fashion?
It's a relief to see you all made it back in one piece.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people missing.
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Aino and Anefa to set up the decoys and buy some...
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end.
I see. Then let's... But first, who do we have here?
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party companion of Columbina's.
Surely it can't be.
Those eyes. Oh, where have I
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers.
You are well informed, Grandmaster.
Oh, the...
A Fatui Harbinger.
The atmosphere in here just got...
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the moon goddess no longer belongs to the...
Nor does Nodcry belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. We have our own way of doing things here.
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. As a gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the Anyway, what else is on the agenda? Let's begin.
She says she'll be frank, then completely... But she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the fourth of the Fatui...
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability...
All right, listen up, everyone. First...
The dregs of the Crimson Moon.
In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and eclipse, and a...
To my knowledge, those were the names of two different... Long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped, but one day, a coup saw the Crimson Moon...
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, in those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, what's the matter?
Granddaughter! Flinders!
Interesting. Anything else?
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum.
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason...
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that. In any case, it sounds like the Lindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of.
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure... Oh yeah! Just like how it was with the captain.
If we could somehow find her, do you think there's any chance Rerir might regain some of his sanity?
It's possible. That merchant who never knows.
All right, then. Let's keep Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss... As for the others...
On the way over here, I noticed that the Wild Hunt monsters had grown. At this rate, the people living...
I'll head back to the Curatorium and meet up with the boss.
Feels good knowing we've all got some... Given that the Wild Hunt has been a lot more active lately, the Light King... I'll hold the fort for now. Then discuss our next move with Flints, Aino, and Anefa when they get back.
All right, then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything, we'll be on our way.
We'd better get moving, too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Relax. Just do your... Stay safe, everyone.
We're back. Did we get here a little...
A tad late. The others... Everything going smoothly?
Not great. I don't know how long we can stall them for. The decoys are getting taken out way... I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired right now. Oh, right! Inefa, could...
Sure. Uncle Varka, You previously told us about how when you went to investigate a source of the Wild Hunt, but according to Flintz's intel, several outbreaks of the Wild Hunt had already occurred and that was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength.
Flintz, with everything that's been happening, I know, I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far. And Effa and I will head back over to Amsfartnir to see if there's anything I'm...
I told you, Uncle Var-
Database updated.
What does that mean?
They were betting on how you'd respond.
It's the obvious choice, isn't it?
We already decided that Nefa should go investigate the situation. Someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides, you still have...
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment.
Here, this will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second! We still haven't got the slightest idea what's...
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon.
Huh? Are you serious?
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it. But the more I thought about it, when I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion... Exactly. That is why my hands are like this, too. At first, I saw it only as a curse. But once I became up together with my own investigations over the past few years... For instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon. Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's form. You all understand the nature of the Abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return...
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if...
Yes. And that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far. Anyway, the rest of my story...
Paimon has a question! So, does that mean that the
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson...
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar in your presence. When I looked at you, I felt...
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon. Anyway, time is against us here. I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letters, Sandrone...
That's right. For now, the iridescent moon is already part of who you are.
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started?
When I first became a Harbinger, the Jester gave me a book called Perrinhead. You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine, in the Crimson Moon era. Or so the story goes.
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real?
The Crimson Moon Sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that they made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted to having died and seen a crimson moon. The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them, within the book leaves much unsaid. But I suspect that this was...
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. It makes sense that it would be sealed in a special...
There's no fireplace here!
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between two worlds. Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world. In short, I can open a passage to that space for you. The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open. Very well. Then I'll open it up.
Traveler, spare me a little more moonlight if you will. Thank you.
Mistress of the seven hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent. One word of advice. As you're crossing over, no matter what voice...
Got it! I sense a sinister gloom inside. I feel that I am about to meet an old friend.
The abyss?
What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body.
Careful! There's... Paimon's right behind you! By the way, Calambina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty whole to Paimon. How is that possible?
Be silent. Observe. To dust.
Just like I thought. It was only a facade.
Close your eyes. Do you feel the dark? Be silent.
Shattered! Ding dong, water bomb!
Steady now. Close your eyes. Be silent.
No. I'm not sensing it's coming from under the mountain.
Let's see. Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over... Wait, see that? Looks like a... like a device from the time of Kalia. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. Oh, if we can activate it, we might find some clues. Hey, look at that! Now that the mechanism's running, the shadow in the water looks... Do you think these mechanisms might be the key to...
Thalindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands. We'll be...
I hope this isn't ruining date night.
Ugh. Mind your own business. Just leave...
Thalindis? Is that Rear's girlfriend? Oh, yeah!
The Abyss has made this space. Maybe that's why some of the things.
Whenever I see this view, waning moon, oh, lifeless damsel, for me, of all people, to be here and
Observe. Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark? Be silent. Night falls.
Looks like the Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby.
There is no escape.
The show begins. Time to shine.
Observe. To dust. Close your eyes.
So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to unlocking... If it really does exist... With the Abyss inhibitors in place, I should be able to access... Oh, Rerir. With every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the root of the problem. If only I could get my...
Hey, look! The moon's reflection is back to normal! Elendis' voice mentioned a chamber with the moon marrow.
It must be.
Then there's no time to lose! These things are so creepy! Looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow. to destroy these things before we can reach it.
May I present illusion shattered?
Beyond it.
Be silent. Observe. Do you fear the dark?
Shine down. Ha!
Oh, really?
The shall begin. Now you shall perish. There is no escape.
Let my name echo in song. Look, Rainbow.
Be silent. Observe. Do you fear the dark?
We're so close. May I present?
The iridescent moon's marrow. Still burning. If we can purify the abyssal power within. So... Is it you?
Huh?
At long last. I'm sorry. I lied to you. Even knowing what was to come the moment the moon shattered, my body began to tell me. What was it that brought you? Look so puzzled. But trust me when I say that everything happens for a...
What was that all about? It sounded like she was speaking to a
Perhaps. She took me for the goddess of the frost moon she once knew, for a fading soul like hers.
But anyway, we've got the iridescent moon's marrow now. All right. Time. That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in.
Waning moon.
Huh?
Oh, lifeless damsel.
Oh. Hurry! The place is collapsing!
It wants to trap us here.
Who's it? The abyss?
Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy. Give it back! The crimson moons! My marrow! My heart!
Finally! Huh? Oh no!
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No. I have paid the price, albeit a small one, and it cannot be undone.
But surely... Oh...
As much as I'd like to call it a favor.
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, Columbina, feeling stronger?
Hey, Columbina! Are you okay?
I'm fine.
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be
It's still not enough. Just one more ray of moonlight. It's okay. I can take it.
How about now?
At the very least, I won't have to stay hidden like before. I want to see him gone from Not Cry.
Well, it's good to have something to aim for. When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moon. But now, you're full of vitality.
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina.
A new name?
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina. They're not. We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. Up till now, all I'll say is this. All right, that's it.
You're the best!
I appreciate the gesture. It speaks to...
It was a close call, but we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored Columbina's strength. And that's all that matters. In other words, mission accomplished. Paimon wonders how everyone else is doing.
Let us have a modicum of patience for the richness and complexity of humanity. The wanton cruelty of the few is